Live life, everybody, on Deep Dive Zone, a Sonic review series for fans of all shapes and sizes. I'm your host, Devin, joined as always by my co-hosts, Lauren, Bruce, and Kayla, and today we are finishing off our video game coverage for the Dark Age era of the show with the second half-ish of Sonic and the Black Knight.
It's the
Like,
second story half, but it's like a third
Yeah.
of the game.
yeah, exactly.
It's
I forgot
not
how short this part is.
I was
It-
expecting more.
it's not that many fewer missions, but it definitely went by a lot faster.
I
Is it
think
really not that much less? It felt like it was
Seemed
like
like
so-
less
much.
missions.
Yeah, it
It
felt
is
like
less.
it was quite a bit less.
But mostly it's like they just removed like the filler missions, you know? There's
That's
no
fair.
here's
There's
how
no
to use the
required
soul
filler
gauge mission. There's
missions.
no give people $20 mission.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I mean, those missions are what kind of dragged it down, so I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a problem we shared with the other storybook game.
Yeah. But so last time we did the first part of the game, you know, we went up to the defeat of King Arthur. And I guess the no kill rule just doesn't count because it doesn't matter whether you try to kill somebody or whether you successfully destroy something if they're not actually alive to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Sonic definitely has killed other things, though. If we're really going to talk about that, but
I mean, yeah.
he not
probably
King
has.
Arthur though.
No, because King Arthur apparently didn't exist.
I don't understand. How does that work?
Yes. So
Oh, this
magic.
will be explained. Will be explained.
yes, so
Okay, well I missed the explanation, but okay.
Oh, really?
We
Oh,
went-
okay.
Oh.
we went through the fake credits, right? And so
Right.
after that, we see like Lancelot, Percival, and Gawain. They go harass Merlina because that was Arthur's order way at the start. I guess they just kept doing that
Mhm.
after Sonic beat them, which is kind of funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
Sonic wasn't
yeah.
ever their real goal. He just
No,
kind of got in their
Mer-
way.
Because he was seemingly working with Merlina.
Yeah, but so they go do that, and Merlina reveals, and she adds more when Sonic shows up, so I'm kind of combining here. But yes, she reveals that King Arthur was not real. He was a construct that Merlin, her granddad, created with magic.
Okay, wait. I
Yeah.
do remember a line about that now that you mention it. Okay, so the okay, because I was like, if King Arthur is a fake, then what happened to the real King Arthur? There never was a real King Arthur. In this telling of the story, the wizard Merlin
No.
literally invented the king. That's wild.
So my one problem with this is where does Excalibur come into any of this? That plot twist doesn't make any sense to me. Is what I'm getting at.
So
It
I
was all
guess
fake all along.
you know, there was whatever prophecy about the man destined to be king or some shit like that,
Right.
right? And prophecies are just fucking fake or something. I don't know. So Merlin created a character to fulfill the prophecy, maybe.
Oh my god.
That's my guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's
Um,
really
I
dumb.
mean, I like that explanation.
I don't know. I
I
guess
it's weird. It's
but
so underdeveloped. It's like, what are we talking about here?
yeah, I don't like that. That's really feels
It's-
half baked.
It's not necessarily a bad idea. It's just that they're not doing
No.
anything with it. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
this plays into Merlina's motivation because fake King Arthur apparently did all of the stuff that real King Arthur did. So I guess when Merlin died, that had something to do with him going bad because he didn't have control over him anymore, maybe?
Yeah, I guess so.
I thought
Why-
the king went bad when they took the scabbard.
Yes, I just don't know if
When that happened,
At
Yeah.
the same time Merlin died seems unlikely.
that would
maybe
be
he got the
odd.
scabbard and then killed Merlin. I don't know.
Well, I kind of assume Merlin would have been the one to give him the scabbard to make him all powerful.
Well, it
Mimiu
was the
did
Lady
that.
the Lake. Yeah,
Oh,
she's
that's
the one who
right.
gave. She explained that in the first half that she's like,
That's
it's my
right.
fault. I'm the one who gave him the scabbard.
That's right.
That caused him to go insane, and she wants to
And-
rectify that. Now I'm even
This-
more confused on where we're at in the Arthurian timeline because Merlina was saying
Um,
how Mordred. So Gawain and Lancelot are fighting.
Okay, well,
Mordred.
Melina says this stuff at the end of the game, though.
That's fair, but I'm confused.
Okay, yes, I know.
The
I
thing is that
believe
Merlina here, I think, can see the future to some extent. So
Well, I'm pretty sure
So she
Gawain
knows
and
that what's
Percival's
gonna happen.
argument
What's
is
gonna happen?
Gwen and Percival's conflict is from Arthurian legend, I think.
Yes, because she fucking read ahead in the book.
Yeah, so she read ahead, was
but
like, I
why
don't like
mention
that.
Mordred when Mordred has had nothing to do with this game's plot?
There is no Mordred in this game.
Exactly.
There isn't a
Why
Mordred, but
mention Mordred?
Well, so we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But yeah, it's a mess, and I don't know how Mordred can exist when Arthur
Arthur
is not
doesn't. That's
a
why
guy.
Arthur has to actually have existed at some point.
So
Well-
And maybe
this
he
is what I'm
died prematurely.
Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. For now,
Okay, well,
let's
yeah,
move on. The point is, Merlina has the scabbard, which is apparently
Yeah,
what she
because
wanted the whole
Sonic
time.
just instantly gives her the scabbard. Like, all right, here's the cursed scabbard. I guess you can have it.
To be fair,
Okay,
Sonic
good
thinks
job.
that he and Merlina have the same goal.
They never discussed what they were even gonna do with that thing. I don't even know
No,
why
they
he.
didn't.
Sonic
The
was
weird thing
weirdly
is-
their goal
trusting.
was
Yeah.
to kill Arthur.
He's just like, "Hey, Merlina," and then just hands it over without even saying anything. If I remember, it's
I
just
think
kind of
Tails should be
weird.
Sonic
It's
just wanted
like,
to kill Arthur.
I guess.
Yeah. So now that she has it, Merlina's like, now I can make this kingdom eternal, whatever that means. Apparently, it means the fucking Berserk eclipse. It makes a giant fuck off portal that appears over the castle.
Yeah, I feel like the plot starts falling apart around here a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, there's demons from the underworld everywhere.
Yeah.
Which means that we get a CG cutscene where Sonic and the other knights escape, which hilariously, I had not really paid attention before now, but this gives us a good look at Lancelot's medieval jet boots.
yes, I noticed the same thing.
Does he have air shoes?
You were streaming that part of the game, and you're like, he has air shoes? I'm like, yeah, don't question it.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't worry
'cause
about
there's
it. It's
no
magic.
explanation there. He just has them because he's Shadow. I mean, what? No, he's Lancelot. He's not Shadow.
Yeah, it's
I
clearly
refuse to call
Lancelot.
these characters by their Arthurian names unless it's required and or to make sense. Um,
I think it's funnier to
Yeah.
call them by their Sonic names in that context then.
I've talked about before how the Sonic characters feel very strange in here. Like, if you were gonna do it this way, just make all the characters Sonic characters. Don't do this
Yeah.
weird half and half thing.
Okay, that is something I will give Secret Rings' plot. It made most of the major characters Sonic characters.
Yeah, Eraser and Sharo were the only ones
Yeah.
that weren't.
Yeah, they were the only ones that weren't, because they're the actual genies from Aladdin. So, but here we've got this half-assed measure of, yeah, a few of them are Sonic characters, but
Then
Got
there's
these
we
weird-
invented a new species of townspeople.
Yeah,
that too.
exactly.
The townspeople are weird as
Goblins.
hell.
I guess Sonic and the Secret Rings doesn't have any civilians in it. Everywhere they go is completely empty, even if it's supposed to be
No, that's a good
populated.
point. Yeah, that's a good
I guess
point.
Skeleton Dome has skeletons, but I presume those are human skeletons, which already exist in Sonic.
Yeah.
True.
Anyway, so now we have to escape in this level called Knight's Passage. While everything collapses, there's a lot of monsters. There's actually new enemies in this level.
There's rats.
Oh, that's right, there are.
Yeah, there's rats, there's flying guys, there's a part where you have to ride a boat. Who exactly do the monsters of the underworld side with? They were trying to kill Merlina up to this point. Does the
Well,
scabbard
she's
just...
I assume she's on. They're under her control now.
Whoever has the scabbard, I guess.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
that
know.
makes sense actually.
Yeah,
It's
because-
supposed to
and
be
she
the
has the
evilest
scabbard.
fucking sword hilt ever.
Yeah, why the fuck is the scabbard to have all this power?
Why did
yeah.
Nemu have this? It's making her look
That's also a
extremely
good-ass
questionable.
question.
Who put Caliburn back into the stone to begin with?
That's also a good question.
Yeah,
Anyway,
this game really doesn't
This
feel
game
like it fully
is
developed
this
the
is why
lore,
I'm
did
like,
it?
my brain is
Again, as
melting
I said,
thinking about
this
this.
plot is falling apart.
Just like this castle. Yeah, back to this
Just like
stage.
this castle, yeah.
Let's see. I learned that you can slash through water with a sword. I mean, I guess it's a legendary sword, so whatever, man. I suppose.
I did that once by accident, didn't notice it, and then couldn't figure out how to get past the second wave. So Kayla
Yeah, I
had to tell me.
you. Yeah, I was like, oh, try swinging at the water. And you're like, it doesn't work. I'm like, it does work. It works.
Well, you wouldn't expect it to work.
No, I wouldn't expect it to work, so I didn't try it.
I forgot that, and I did not listen to Caliburn when he said, oh, you can slash at the water, because fuck that sword.
I didn't
He
even
has
notice
ruined
him
me
saying
so many
that.
times playing this game. I would just cling onto the wall, wait for the wave to pass, and then keep going.
I tried doing that, but the waves kept being too fast and I couldn't jump over them.
I had no idea you guys were struggling with this. I don't even think about this section when I played it.
No, I don't listen to Caliburn because I don't trust him.
Jesus.
Everyone has their own experience with Sonic games.
This is
Um,
true. We've proven that many
Every
times.
every Sonic game is personalized.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't really enjoy these on rails boat sections.
They
These
were a
enemies
little
are very
odd.
inconsistent to hit for me.
Something I found was that I never had to actually move which direction Sonic was facing.
I have no idea why that's
Hardly
even in the
ever.
game. I guess it's just there because it's sort of the same system as grinding, maybe?
I guess. That
Yeah.
makes sense actually, because yeah, I can hit every enemy from any direction.
Yeah. Well, I like the music in this stage at least. That's about the most I can say about it.
Yeah.
I kind of started not paying attention to this game's soundtrack around this point.
Oh, damn. Well, I'm gonna keep talking about it, you bitch. I'm
I've
sorry.
listened to
That
it
was
since
that was
then.
uncalled for. That was
I
uncalled for.
have listened to it since then, and it is good. It is a good soundtrack.
All right. So, after this stage, we escape, and everyone convenes. I guess all the other knights are just trailing behind off screen.
Yeah.
And Sonic says, blindly following leaders is stupid. Anyway, let's blindly follow Nemiu's advice because she hasn't made any mistakes up to this point.
At least she's
That's-
open about her mistakes.
That's not actually what he says. Actually, the three knights are like, well, I guess if there's no King Arthur, I guess we should just give up. And then
That's
Sonic
right.
is like, there's more to being a knight than following a king. So he's just encouraging them to keep doing the right thing anyway.
Right, to think for themselves and
Be
do the right
protecting
thing.
for the kingdom and
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
protecting
maybe
its
I'm-
people.
Maybe
I
I'm
love-
embellishing a bit.
You twisting Sonic's words.
It was funnier the way I told it. Anyway, the point is, Nemu says, "Oh yeah, there's special places to put the special swords. They're multi-use special swords, but there are special altars where they can contain the darkness. So that's going to be our quest for the second part of the game, and this leads to a cool thing and also a weird thing about this game. Only in this second part, but in this second part, you can play as the other knights."
Oh my gosh. I did not
didn't-
know this was a thing. This is
I didn't play as
incredible.
any of them.
I
So-
tried to.
Yeah, the thing is that you're so used to how Sonic moves and attacks by this point.
That's what Kayla warned me about.
They're
I
pretty
think
hard
that's
to
what-
get used to, and the stages that they're playable
Yeah.
in are pretty difficult.
Yeah, my problem. So I really wanted to play Lancelot because my boy.
Sonic. Sonic? Yeah, Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic. But it's like he controls similar to Sonic, but different enough that it threw me off. He felt trying to think what the word would be. Like more flighty, I guess, and then he has like that weird extra attack at the end of his chain.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
Honest, maybe
Floaty.
I don't-
It's more floaty, not flighty.
Maybe this is another weird, different experience thing. But I found the differences between the knights to be not super pronounced. Actually, I didn't have. I tried all the characters out on all the stages, and I didn't really have any problem adjusting. I went out of my way to try to figure out what the differences were, and there are definitely differences that I can tell.
Sure.
Like distinctly, like Knuckles has like a climb, and Blaze's Soul Surge works completely differently. She has like a fire spin that just keeps going until you run out of energy. It's really useful for breaking down obstacles, but not really that useful for defeating enemies a lot of the time.
yeah.
But no, I didn't really have any problem with these, and I had a lot of fun trying out different characters. This was great. I didn't know that we would get other playable characters in a Sonic game so soon. I thought we had gotten past that, and I would have to wait a while.
I was really hoping you wouldn't be spoiled on this. Yeah, and I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying it. And I mostly enjoy the other playable characters. I have some problems with it. My advice for future players of this game, seriously don't ignore the blacksmith because move
Yes.
all of your buff items from Sonic to whatever you want to use. Like that was my primarily struggle is like because the first up on these is Shrouded Forest here. I took Shadow for that, and I immediately had faced problems because I was like, why do I keep dying? It's because I didn't move my ring bonuses over to him.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I wish they didn't have different equipment slots. That is definitely annoying. Also, well, if they just gave you more copies of items, but I only had like one copy of every item I had, so I just had to keep moving them around.
Well, it's just
when
a
I
case
switched
of let me
characters.
equip the item regardless of whether it's already equipped to somebody else. Just move it over.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I
Um,
would like to go back and try playing the other characters.
Well, I think that they should have made them playable in every level. I don't know why they made it only for the second part of the game.
so I have two
Well,
things on that.
that wouldn't really
One,
make sense.
Maybe
I
as
don't
like an
mean
after game
I don't mean in
thing,
a
Sure,
you
after
story
can
game,
sense.
have
I
yeah.
them
mean once you
unlocked.
unlock them.
Oh, well, okay, sure, but that wouldn't happen until this point anyway.
Yeah, but it's something at least. You'd be able to practice or, New Game Plus
Sure.
something.
Yeah.
Sonic
Sure, no,
Forces, when Sonic
that makes
Forces, when you
sense.
unlock Shadow, he can play Sonic's previous levels,
Well, sure, yeah, that makes
some of them.
sense.
And
It-
I think that the reason that they're not is for the same reason that Shadow can't play all of Sonic's levels in that game, which is that they require animation work for certain sequences that they weren't willing to put in.
there's that. There's also the fact that they went high effort, so that then they went low effort later, and they actually have like voice lines for every character in every one of these stages. I noticed that, and I was like, "Whoa,
Oh.
that's kind of crazy."
I actually
Um,
didn't know that.
Interesting.
Because I didn't choose the right character for the right stage. Because I would play through a stage, and then it would go to the cutscene, and a different character would put the sword in. I'm like, oh, okay, great. I didn't know who was supposed to go where.
Yeah,
so that
that's
was
so
kind of
funny that they apparently did all that work with voices, but the 2-second slideshow cutscene they couldn't replace with a different character.
I don't really mind that. And as for the previous stages, I think part of it now, this doesn't matter to most people, but I know some real bros out there go for the high ranks in this game,
That's
like
true,
I
yeah.
may someday for secret rings. And definitely using the other characters' abilities would screw up the balance of that.
That's probably true.
I guess, yeah.
Anyway, Shrouded Forest. This level is full of enemies and hazards, but it does look cool. It's got like all this corruption invading the forest.
It looks neat, yeah.
Giant demonic flowers, possessed trees with arms that are like just constantly swinging
Slap you.
back.
These stupid spikes that pop out of the ground that you have to jump over with these
The
weird
fucking thorn
logs that I
bushes,
can't
yeah.
do
Yeah,
correctly. I
that's
can't get the boosts right.
where Lancelot started
one.
being kind of a problem for me. Was I just could not. I learned later on you can hit your jump button. In this case, I think I set it to 8 for myself to kind of cancel their dash in midair. So if you time it right, you can
Yeah,
get over the thorns,
the
quickly
stomp.
stomp back down to the ground, and then hit the next ramp, and then dash again to jump over the whole thing.
Yeah, or you could use his Soul Surge, which is literally the Shadow 2005 Chaos Control. It just
He has
skips past
I
chaos
didn't even
moves
think
here
about that.
too. It's crazy.
Uh-huh. Wait. Oh.
it. Even turns blue.
No chaos emerald needed.
Yeah, that's
Nope,
brings up more
Lancelot's built
questions.
different. No, Lancelot's built different.
Apparently.
I mean, it's a world of fiction. They can do whatever they want.
Okay, yes, but I'm still gonna bitch about it.
I mean, this game tries to have like a complex story, it just falls apart. So why not try to scrutinize it?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, so this level is cool looking, but kind of annoying to play, which brings to mind, I guess, Skeleton Dome.
It's not an uncommon state for a Sonic stage.
Fair enough. Yeah, Crisis City. We get there, we put the sword in, etc.
Right,
and
yeah.
all of these stages have time limits. That part sucks. But I don't really start feeling it until the third one.
Oh, I didn't really feel it until the fourth one.
All right.
When
Well,
you're
the
just
second one.
jumping past all the enemies, it's not a huge deal.
I did start just kind of going past enemies when I didn't need to attack them.
That wasn't why I was struggling. But anyway, second one, Great Megalith, which, Shrouded Forest already had a little bit of the assets from Deep Woods. This one is just straight up reuses the map from the Plains level, I think.
Yes.
I think you go a different way, and obviously they have these giant wagons here, but
I mean, it's not a big deal. I didn't expect a different, like having a
it's
different
set at night, it
aesthetic
looks
for
different
every
enough.
single mission is kind of more than you usually get in this game. So
yeah, it's not a problem. It was just that's something I noticed. And this also has another Black Dawn track, not from Tom Tallarico, but it's so triumphant and heroic sounding, which makes it very funny that I use Knuckles for it. It's like it's the big man coming in to punch you with a sword.
I was gonna say more like stab you with the sword.
But yes, it has this giant caravan of demons with enslaved townspeople, and also enslaved trolls in cages.
Yeah.
And here's a weird thing.
Yeah.
According to the official guide, the trolls are happy. They like it.
Oh,
They like
no.
being enslaved.
Oh no.
What a bunch of
Oh
freaks.
no.
The official guide says it looks like they're having fun. It's like, what the hell?
What?
Oh
What is this?
no.
This
Very
is the
I always
sloppy.
that's the
thought they
fucking
looked kinda
J.K. Rowling thing
depressed.
with the house elf shit. It's so bizarre. You just don't even write that. These are the bad guys. Just say they enslaved the trolls.
True.
Yeah.
They enslaved the townspeople. What's the anyway? And
There's
yes,
one
Lauren.
part where there's just a million cages that you can smash through for a lot of rings for some reason. It's funny.
Yeah, and Lauren, you noted that Gawain plays pretty a little different, and yeah, he climbs with his swords like Knuckles instead of having to jump stab the wall like Sonic, which I think is neat.
That is neat.
Yeah.
And
Also
he
got a
can-
really long glide.
Wait, so it's more like a hover, like a Princess Peach in Mario 2 hover, because he doesn't descend. It's like he just goes straight and then drops. But it's fine, you know, it works. It lets you skip
Sure.
over a bunch of enemies. I used this guy, I think when I first played this game, I used him in the Dragon's Lair level because that level has actual quote-unquote platforming.
Oh no.
And that's this level? I don't know. I don't think I have anything else. It's a very straightforward stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, two swords down. In the cutscene, Gawain remarks that he saw the scabbard, but he never saw Excalibur itself. Did we talk about the fact that King Arthur's sword in this game is called Death Caliber?
I think we mentioned that during the episode, but if not, here it
Do
is.
they
I don't
say
think
that
we
in game?
did
They
previously.
say that during the Arthur refers to the sword in the fight, I believe.
You may not have heard
He
it
does?
because the voice
Oh,
clip only
in-
plays
in a-
sometimes.
Devin pointed that
see.
out to me when I was doing the fight.
Oh, right. I was there for that one. Yes.
I think so, yeah.
That is hilarious.
And
So
fair
I
enough,
did
it doesn't
immediately
fit the
start
scabbards.
wondering. Yeah, it doesn't fit the scabbard. So immediately my brain was wondering, okay, where's Excalibur?
One thing at a time, though. And speaking of time, this stage, the third one, the Cauldron. Our final Todd Dennis track. This one was made for Adrenix, not Black Dawn, but Tommy Tallarico did jack shit at this point. Anyway,
I
you know,
mean,
with all
what
these
else
levels,
is
you know, the
new?
cutscenes, you know, the game clearly expects Lancelot for Shrouded Forest, Gawain for Great Megalith, and Percival for the Cauldron, and Sonic for the Dragon's Lair. God, would I not blame anybody for switching off Percival for this level. She is the worst suited to this level.
I don't think I ever used Percival
I
even
mean,
when I was a
I
kid.
didn't have any problem with this level because I played as Sonic.
Well, Sonic is good-ish for this. I used Gawain initially because this level has giant fields of lava that you have to platform over with enemies on the side who can knock you off into the lava.
And
And
little lava spurts that jump out at you even when
Oh,
you're going over the
yeah,
lava.
you know what? Initially, I had some problems with this level, but I think I pretty quickly was able to handle it.
Not the worst.
yeah, but Percival, she has this weird, like, her homing attack, right? Her air dash. You'll jump, and then you hit the button once, and she does this, like, I don't know, midair trip up? I don't know what to call it. It's like she flips, it's not really a double jump, but you jump, and then you for a second, and then you air dash, and that fucks me up every time. And she doesn't, her rapier is not good for taking out large amounts of dudes at once. So yeah, I just did not have a good time trying to platform at this level. And if you die, it doesn't reset the timer. So that was why I struggled with the time limit here.
Yeah, that's kind of rude.
It's a little rude, yeah.
Also, instead of climbing on walls, Percival just runs on them, which I guess makes her the best climber after Gawain,
Yeah.
maybe at the same time. So yeah, but it sounds like nobody else hates this level as much as I do, so...
Yeah,
No,
not really.
I mean,
No.
I remember hating it as a kid, and I was
yeah, but
kind of
kids are bad at
dreading.
video games.
That's true. I was kind of dreading replaying it, but I ended up just breezing through it. I was like, oh,
I had problems with jumps towards the beginning, but once I got the hang of those, I breezed through it pretty easily. Also,
No, there's a stage I hate quite a bit more than this one, that's for sure. I don't hate this one really that much at all.
yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll take a look at that soon. We get the last sword placed in. Time to go after Merlina now, right? No.
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 Now we're
Well,
going.
because there's one more sword.
We place 3 swords, and now we decide time to go fight a dragon for some reason.
I mean, we got cucked out of fighting a dragon last week, so god damn it, I wanted to fight one.
Well, either way, I don't love this stage because the floor
Yes.
routinely collapses into bottomless pits.
Yeah. Yeah, I was not having fun here.
Okay, yes. And also, like, so like in any game I've ever played, when you fall on a collapsing platform, like you have a second to jump off of it as it's collapsing. This game says no. The minute there's a single crack in the platform, it becomes completely intangible and you die. So basically,
Yeah.
you just have to trial and error and be like, okay, this platform's going to collapse. So after I die and fall through it, then I will next time walk very slowly in this stage that has a time limit as I wait for the platform to crumble, and then I can clearly see where I'm supposed to jump. Yeah, falling through the platforms is basically what this feels like. Like, I guess not quite, because the way it's programmed, it's just weird.
Yeah. I routinely see. I knew that it was coming. I didn't remember where. So my strategy was always just air dash over everything. Here's the
That's
problem
what I was
though,
doing.
is that I would routinely
Oh.
air dash and then like try to jump again, or else have
you
enemies in front of
stomp.
me, and I press the button and I would stomp down and into
Yep,
the
that
fucking
happened
pit.
to me constantly.
I don't think that
So-
ever happened to me.
This is a good stage to use Gawain on, as I said, because you just fly over
Well,
that shit.
I didn't.
I know you
suffered
didn't,
through
and I
this with
didn't either.
Sonic.
So and the game doesn't intend you to. So clearly, it's like
I
they
feel
just.
like
I think the game lets you do whatever you want. It just intends you to be able to do whatever you want.
the game.
When I say
honestly,
intended, I just mean cutscene wise.
yeah. I feel like they should have really incentivized you to use the knights in this section, and like actually tell you, hey, try out the playing as the knights, because the game. Did it actually make it clear that you could do it besides just giving you the option to change your character on the?
I'm pretty
before
sure the
stage
first
screen?
time I realized that you could do this at all was when I accidentally moved the character selector to someone else.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that was
so,
my same
the
experience
game
when I was
the
a
game
kid.
doesn't even actually explain the fact that you can do this, so already that's a problem.
Well, they should have optimized the stages. They should have made each knight be more proficient in the stage
Yes,
they wanted you to play. them.
exactly. That's what I was gonna say. It's like, if you want to make it so you can play as Lancelot, Gawain, and Percival, make their personal stage work with their play style, and then make the last one work for Sonic because it's for his sword.
Oh well, I guess.
Oh fucking well.
I'll say here's a weird thing. This area actually has multiple dragons, because you have the one that you're supposed to kill, but you also have this like lightning dragon that becomes an electric barrier platform that you run on.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
That was odd.
It's a complete non sequitur because it's not an enemy and it doesn't even really look like a dragon
It has the head of a dragon.
that you
vaguely.
can barely see. But yeah,
That
You can only
barely
really see
but
it
yeah.
like when it initially shows up.
I end up just soul surging along the back of it.
Oh, I didn't even think to do that. I just like ran.
I mean it's whatever. So yeah, now that's that stage. It's kind of a boring stage if you were
Kinda,
not
mhm.
falling all the time, because it's mostly just a straight line in a cave.
I mean, that's like a lot of stages in this game, minus the cave, but it just being a straight line, feeling like.
I mean, yes, but a lot of them have sort of twists and turns that, even though they function the same, are a little visually more interesting. I guess visually
Oh.
boring is what I meant to say.
Oh, okay. I see. Well,
Yeah.
this is like we've literally been in this area, so like it's a repeat area. So.
Yeah, that
Sure.
might be it as well, as that the other ones did more to differentiate themselves, as much as I fucking hate the lava platforming. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Dragon Slayer, the boss fight. Did you guys struggle with this, or did you just kind of Iron Man your way through?
I didn't have
Struggled a
problems
little
with it
bit.
until the last phase of the fight. But then
Last phase is
Caliburn
way worse.
made it pretty clear what to do after I got knocked off the first time.
Okay, so I don't even really recognize distinct phases to this, because I just kind of ran up and did it.
Well, it's multiple. It's multiple phases of hits.
How many times do you hit him? Twice? 3 times?
I think 3. Well, so I hit him twice, tried the third time, got knocked off, and then went to the pillar.
Yeah. So
Okay.
there's 3 sections, let's
Yeah,
say.
sections might be a better way to put it than phases.
So there's the first one, he runs away. There's a second one. I'm trying to remember. I don't think he runs away again.
He does.
He does? Okay.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
really
he
weird.
pops
I don't
out
know
again
why.
in a different section.
Yeah.
And then yeah, you're supposed to slice at the pillar, which will knock it to another pillar and then destroy the horn on top of its head.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's interesting, because I did not do that shit at all. I ran directly up to him and just kept slashing at him all 3 times and did not interact with the pillars at all.
So I got
think-
knocked off on the second one. That's why Caliburn told me, "Hey, go to the fucking pillar, dumbass."
Yeah,
I think
you're
I
not
tried just
required
slashing
to.
at the horn, but
No,
I
you don't
just
need. I
gave
got
up.
the impression you don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like this boss launching me backwards right into an enemy and then making me take
Ooh.
damage. Like, okay, great,
That's fair.
unavoidable damage, I guess.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And I don't
Also-
understand why when sometimes you approach it, it's just like, no, and then just knocks you back.
Yeah, it reminds me of the fucking Sonic Rivals 1 final boss, where the whole boss is just you're trying to get past all the shit in your way.
Oh my gosh, bosses in racing games, so
Hmm.
nonsensical.
Also, at the start, Caliburn says, "This enemy will be unlike any you've faced before. You fought a
Except
dragon
we've
right at
already
the start
faced
of the game."
dragon. Yeah.
Okay, you said like, oh, here's the reuse of the thing, but this fights completely differently. What are you talking about?
This is true. This fight feels pretty different.
I just meant the asset because I think maybe it's not the exact same model, but it's a very
I
similar.
don't think it is. The horns look different.
We made it different looking enough. It probably
It's-
used the same base, but
It's pretty.
I
similar.
assume
Anyway.
it's the same rig.
Actually, I will note that at one point Sonic says, "This reminds me of another time I did something like this, but Shadow was there," so he's comparing it to the Bio Lizard.
Oh, interesting, huh?
gotta reference it in the way most people will get instead of the obscure weird way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's not comparing it to fucking Dulcie or whatever.
Right.
Or maybe it's Zen, maybe it's that other dragon, the abusive dragon boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It is the same color.
It's true. It is.
Well, there's gotta be a reference.
Everything's a reference.
Anyway, so
Everything's canon.
shut the fuck up. I hate that tweet so much. And it's not
I
even the
love that
tweet's fault
tweet
because
so
it's a joke
much.
tweet about a Puyo Puyo crossover.
I
Anyway.
love that tweet so much. It's so funny.
Anyway, so
I don't. Okay.
so that boss is annoying for some, jank for others, or I guess maybe jank for everybody. It was not a problem for me, but
It was a little janky for me, but I got it.
Oh, yeah, we ignored talking about what the Knights and Sonic's plan was.
it was supposed to create a barrier that contained the underworld, but it doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just go back to the castle ourselves.
Yeah.
And now it's called Dark Hollow, I guess, for whatever reason. And at the same time, Merlina is now the Dark Queen with her Fortress of Evil. And it's very funny because Merlina is Merlina and Merlina is the Dark Queen. As the Dark Queen, she just gets more pale and her hair is more of a blue-purple.
Okay, but she has like a big demon to fight for her too.
Yes,
It
she
looks
also
kind of like
does that.
Arthur.
It does look kind of like Arthur, which is
Yeah.
interesting.
It's Arthur, I don't know.
Well, it's probably based on the same magic that Merlin used, I imagine.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Sonic is like, what good is the story without an end? And then Merlina's like, it's sad, don't you get it? Then Sonic's like, no, I don't get it, and I don't want to get it.
Like, nah, I don't fucking get it. Screw you.
Well, so, I mean, it's like she had that moment before that was probably pretty telling in retrospect, where she's like, "Oh, flowers are so beautiful, but then they die." And now she's like, "I don't want things to be like that. I want my kingdom to go on forever."
Which I would like to question. What exactly does that mean?
Well, so that's the thing, is
So,
that your kingdom
when-
is just a bunch of monsters and destroyed rocks now.
Well, not even that. It's like,
He doesn't want any
she's-
of the characters to die except for Arthur, I guess, or fake Arthur.
Arthur.
They do
Well,
not
not to
explain
go.
it. They probably should have actually explained it, but my inference here is, okay, so not all stories, fairy tales though, generally, not classic fairy tales. I guess newer fairy tales, I have to have a lot of caveats, always have to have like a happy ever after ending. And so, as long as there's a big evil dark lord that hasn't been defeated yet, the story won't end. And so Arthur dies, and then Melina's like, great, now I'll take charge as the big
Yeah,
villain.
no, I have to be
and
the big bad.
As long as
Okay.
I'm alive and not defeated, I'll just hole up in my castle and the story won't end, I think. That maybe is possibly what they were going for.
I
She's-
guess.
She's pulling a fucking Homestuck 2 Beyond Canon? Okay, sure, maybe. I guess we got Caliborn in this game anyway. But
Oh my god.
he's not in the sequel though. Fuck. Anyway, I'm being stupid. So yeah, something like that maybe could be the case. I think it's maybe less literal than that. I think that, you know, if it were me, what I would do is I would make her someone who's like super like upset over losing her grandfather, because clearly that guy did mean something a lot to her.
Sure.
So it's
I
like
mean,
this is
maybe. I
grief
almost-
counseling. But I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a weird defeatist mindset where because life will die, I gotta have immortal evil or something. I don't know. Because I have to bet, like, I'm just wondering, if you did this without the evil monsters, who would actually try to stop you? I don't know. Is immortality
knows?
innately evil?
I mean, not usually,
That's a
but
philosophical debate.
yeah, that's also true.
It's also funny that like Sonic is the one who's gonna be like, death comes for us all, motherfucker, because you know, this is the series that just doesn't end. You know?
Well, and the series that no one dies in. Remember, no one ever dies. No one ever dies in these big citywide catastrophes.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
all escape just in time.
Yeah, I forgot to point out that there are like these fairy people that, you know, send you across the river as the castle's like collapsing. Like, are they all gonna be okay? Yeah, they all made it out. That's definitely what SEGA
Yeah.
would say. But like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you just
Sega would
leave
say
them in the
everybody
dust.
escaped. Everybody was in the town
Oh
below
yeah,
and
the
they were
people rowing the
fine.
boats, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Well, anyway, Merlina beats the shit out of Sonic and breaks Caliburn, and then gets a fucking Susanoo like in Naruto, which beats him up even more. Or maybe it's a stand, I don't know.
Oh my god, it's a stand.
It's a stand.
And the knights are like, Sonic, you have to run away. I guess they're talking through Nemu's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
They're fucking standing behind King Kai being like, no, Goku, you can't fight Frieza. But Sonic's like, knights don't run from a fight. And Knuckles is like, chivalry doesn't matter here. And Sonic's like, it's not about chivalry. Well, then why did you relate it to being a knight, Sonic?
Because he thought that's all they understood.
He's
I
trying to
guess.
fit in.
He's trying to fit in. He's trying to be one of the cool kids.
It goes back to Sonic being way into all of this.
He's
He's-
doing
yeah,
the
he's
LARP, but he
LARPing.
didn't do the
Hard.
research beforehand.
Right.
He doesn't understand the difference between like the Dark Age and the Renaissance.
Oh, yeah.
Not that I understand that.
yeah.
Anyway,
I know what the difference is, and that's what's.
but anyway, what's left of Caliburn starts glowing, and all the other knights throw their swords in the portal. I thought that this was just like we're using this to view this, but no, apparently it's literally a portal from Portal. That
Yeah,
can send
it's
their
not.
swords.
Well, I assume it would. Nimue opened a portal to get Sonic the fuck out of there,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think that was the intention.
and Sonic was like, "No, fuck off! I'm not done here."
I thought they were just, you know, watching this like a Twitch stream, but maybe, yeah.
It's a
Um,
funny-
Live leak.
it'd be live leak.
Oh, damn.
Watching
Well-
Sonic get
Anyway,
destroyed in real time.
it's it's transformation for the final boss time. Sonic, using the power of all four swords, 3.5 maybe. He gets golden armor,
Four-ish.
and he gets a cape on his ass. I
Yeah,
guess it's
the butt
that
cape.
he's literally so short and his back spikes
Wait,
and
I didn't
tail are in the
rec-
way.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
And his
Oh, it is coming
Caliburn
out of
gets
his
longer.
ass. Well, because it's not Caliburn anymore.
No, now it's all the swords put together, maybe. But this is Excalibur Sonic.
Yeah,
Uh,
I kind of figured that Caliburn was Excalibur.
and
Yeah.
this is extremely cheesy, but also kind of cool.
Kind of sick.
I
Mhm.
guess it's the, you know, follows about the same theme as Sonic with a sword.
Well, they also they play some SA1 music just before this.
Yep, they
Or
play
was
It
it during
Doesn't Matter, I
this?
believe.
Yeah, they play
Yes,
It Doesn't
they play It
Matter,
Doesn't
which was
Matter.
like which was also kind of cheesy but sick.
Yep.
I do think the form looks pretty cool.
The core
Is it
looks
the
pretty-
most
the core looks
powerful?
pretty-
Probably not, but like,
No, it's not the most
Who
power.
cares
Well,
about power scaling?
someone does. We don't though.
Oh my gosh, we need to do a power level tier list.
Oh my god,
bonus
yes,
No.
actually. That would be a
God.
funny bonus episode.
I'm gonna be strung up by my fucking nipples and decapitated. So
There's not enough surface area there.
does this sword fit the scabbard? It looks like it doesn't. It looks like it'd
I
be
think
too long, right? Or is it maybe?
I think it does.
Maybe it does.
Well,
Okay.
it does get a little
I think
longer.
it-
And I know how long Caliburn is now because I made a fucking Caliburn.
I know it's awesome.
Yeah.
You made that?
I
I
3D
want-
printed it.
Nice.
I want Lancelot's sword, but I can't find a model that's split up.
Oh well. So
Even with the just
Suffer.
dismissal.
well,
I
I'm
know.
still
Fuck
thinking
you.
about the scabbard and the sword because like why did we have the scabbard but not the sword? How does that work?
Well, Excalibur clearly existed at some point because there would be no reason for Excalibur's scabbard to exist if Excalibur didn't exist.
Well, maybe it's part of the prophecy. Like, here's the scabbard of Excalibur. Eventually, you'll get Excalibur because you're the chosen one, Mr. Arthur. Except he's not. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe Nemu gave him both at once and he split it into the swords and gave those to the knights.
Sure, yeah.
I don't
Anyway.
fucking know.
It's
My head
final boss
hurts.
time. The Dark Queen, now transformed into her Knight Sona. It has 4 arms, an eye on its chest, a serpent tail instead of legs, and a helmet crown kind of like Arthur's.
Yeah, and swords like Arthur's.
Looks pretty
Yeah.
cool.
It looks pretty neat.
I want
Twin
to check
Death
something
Calibers.
with her because I'm like, part of my brain thinks that she looks like a queen like chess piece, like the head
Yeah,
part does. But I'm
I
like,
can
am I
see that.
am I just like making that up though?
Maybe?
There's
Yes.
a lot of different stylizations within chess. I don't know.
I guess. I
That's
feel like
true.
I've seen that like head shape on a queen chess piece before.
To be honest, she
might
kind of
have.
looks like the tower at Isengard in the Lord of the Rings.
God, seeing it T-posing is kind of cursed. Hold on.
Anyway, it's final boss time, and this thing. Oh, okay, you're right. It does look. No, no,
Yeah.
I have to. We have to.
It's a sword.
Oh yeah, it is a sword.
Oh, maybe.
Oh my god. No, this is,
Wait.
yeah, the tail.
Yeah, because the tail is also kind of not Death
Like a-
Caliber shape. Oh god, was it? Reminds me of a certain sword, but I can't think.
No, but her sword kind of looks like Death Caliber.
Her sword is, I think, on purpose supposed to look like
Because
Death
it's got that
Caliber.
ridged.
Yeah,
that
it's got this
ribbed for
serrated
pleasure
blade.
look. I'm sorry.
Serrated.
Just
No.
say serrated, Devin. Just say serrated.
Also,
Okay,
fun fact, that would hurt because that's not meant for slicing. That's meant for tearing.
Yes, that's meant for maximum damage.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta talk about the fight.
Banger boss music.
You know,
Yes.
I'm not a
Oh
big
my
fan
god.
of this theme. This theme's okay, but I think Night of the Wind is better.
So okay,
Personally,
Night of the Wind is
Gil,
a
I know
great song.
you don't like Night of the Wind.
With me is a better boss theme, I think, because this is a great final boss theme.
I don't know. I
It's-
didn't vibe
it's-
with this theme very much.
I think it's great, and I love that the lyrics
was
are
fine.
literally "I'm the evil final boss, fight me."
Yeah, it's fine.
Also, just a female singer for any kind of like actually energetic Sonic theme is very rare.
That's true.
As for the boss itself, it's a lot like Arthur in that it's mostly that you have to
Kinda,
kind of
yeah.
follow a script, but it's a little bit, I think, allows you more freedom, just in that there aren't as crazy timing on some of the strikes.
I don't know. I had
Yeah.
real issues getting the timing down. I did not like this fight.
I think I was having some issues at first, but I just
I
learned like
eventually got them down, but
So it has weird shit in it. Like, it starts with, like, this black barrier in front of you
yeah.
that you have to slash at, and then it
But
also...
you can break the moment you can control Sonic, so that's not really an issue.
Yeah, but if you don't know it's there, you don't realize. It's just weird.
That's true.
And she also shoots energy balls at you. The bigger ones you can deflect and give you soul gauge. The smaller ones you can't.
That becomes really awkward when they're bunched up right next to each other.
Uh-huh.
I found
Yeah.
that if you dodge around, the big ones will tend to track you, whereas the small ones don't track as hard, at least.
Good to know in the past. Good to know
Yeah,
for
thanks
future
for the
plans.
retroactive tip.
I did it last night, so I figured it wouldn't be very helpful.
No, I don't care. I mean, yeah, well, if you just know, you know, and if you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know, then you don't.
You don't know.
Well, and so it's a very similar formula in that you build up to the soul gauge, and then you just go to town on her when it's full.
Right.
Thankfully, you mostly just spam with that.
Yeah. I had problems getting the timing for countering the slashes down.
Yeah, they were definitely strict.
I think my problem was I assume it works the same way as Arthur's, so you have to wait for the gradient on the sword to fill up. But I could barely see the full sword, so
I don't
I
think I
don't know.
struggled much with that, but maybe I don't know.
I ended up having to
Um,
go significantly counter them or swing significantly sooner than I would assume I needed to.
You know, I remember watching you do the Arthur bit, and it kept looking like all of your strikes were like later, and I have to imagine that's not just you having slow reactions, but it was
I
very
have to
strange to
wonder
watch.
if I have to wonder if some of that was maybe again, I think some of it might have been Dolphin because I don't seem to have that issue with my controller in other games or emulators for that matter.
I don't know. For me, the main ruffle in this fight is that she has two swords, right?
Yeah.
When she swings them, that's easy enough to see and dodge, and you actually have like quick step dodging in this boss.
Yeah.
When she does a thrust, that is really hard to read before she does it.
Oh, the thrust, yeah.
I feel like the
Um,
thrust is really slow though, so you can kind of like roll out of
you
the
can
way.
dodge all of it, but the fight fucking distracts you with other shit, so I never see it coming.
Oh, I always see it coming.
I don't remember if I had issues with the thrust, but I can understand having issues.
So did you find this harder than Arthur?
Yeah, I found it more annoying than Arthur. Because once I got Arthur down, the fight went fairly smoothly.
Okay.
I don't think I really ever got this fight down. I think I just kind of I blundered my way through this fight.
I guess
Me and
that's
Bruce
the
have like the opposite experience.
I guess that's the difference is that you can blunder your way through it. With Arthur, it's like you learn that shit or that's it.
Yeah,
This
the thing
fight,
is,
this fight definitely took me less runs, but it felt more frustrating. Because Arthur, I slammed my face at Arthur quite a few times.
yeah, I don't know. They're both annoying in their own way. But I think I like this one. I can at least say you're doing stuff that feels like it matters all the time. But in the Arthur fight, it's like, okay, come on, get me to the part that actually matters already. In this fight, you're sort of doing stuff at all times that
Yeah,
gets you a little closer. You know, I mean,
with Arthur,
you
it
are in
feels
the
like you're
Arthur fight
waiting around a lot.
technically,
Yeah.
but yeah.
God, there was some other thing I had an issue with in this fight, but I can't remember what it was.
Is it the
Oh.
fact that she's so dark and shrouded in shadow in phase 2 that you can barely even see her?
No,
That's
I had
weird.
problems. I think this might have been another emulator issue. I was oftentimes getting double inputs with my attack, so Sonic would swing twice for seemingly no reason.
I think I was getting a little bit of that too, but I just kind of like worked with it.
I think if you
Yeah.
hold the button because of the way that emulator controls interpret button presses as Wii Remote swings, it just keeps going, so you have to really lightly tap it.
Maybe, yeah, maybe I was ending up holding it down. I definitely, I don't know.
Yeah, so that could definitely bug you up. But, yeah, so Sonic stabs and slashes Merlina like crazy, and she screams in agony at the end of this boss fight. It's a real one. And then Sonic gives her a thumbs up while she dies, which is funny.
I think I was cackling so hard and I said it's like the end of Terminator 2.
Like
Mhm.
reverse,
Doing the thumbs up. Yeah, reverse though, because it's just like
the reverse-inator.
I was just yeah.
That's a fun one.
She's not actually dead though. She's in fact, as far as I can tell, she's literally just reverted to her normal self. So Sonic just destroyed her apparition.
Yeah, I think so.
Like not even her clothes are damaged. But Sonic, he gives her a flower and is like, "Hey, come on, it's not so bad that people die. I guess I don't know."
I thought
Okay,
it was supposed to be the
so-
same flower.
It's the same type of flower.
Sure, yeah, same time. I don't know. My brain was thinking, oh yeah, this is the flower she picked up earlier. Because
Why not? Sonic
Yeah.
somehow has it.
No.
Well, I thought she dropped it.
I don't remember. I find this part funny though because like I said earlier, Merlina's like, it's sad when a story ends, don't you understand? And Sonic's like, no, I don't understand. Now, right after this fight, he's like, yeah, I get that it's sad when there's an end to something, but that's just why you gotta live life to your fullest. Like,
Yeah.
did he only understand that like after beating her up? Or was he just holding out for some reason? Maybe because he knew like
He
she
didn't have
was
time
power
to say
mad or
all of it at the
something.
same time.
I don't know. But it's
Yeah,
just
I mean-
weird that before he's like,
Merlina
I
was
don't
far
get it.
too gone.
I honestly think it could be something like that. That this is her temper tantrum, and he needs to get her to let it out, but also can't let her destroy things.
Just let her get her angie out.
Because
Let her
he gives
vent.
her that flower, and then she pulls it close and says "grandfather." So I think that it it literally is that she was just so upset about that she created the
He
fucking
was having
destroy
a
the world
temper
plan.
tantrum.
God.
Damn.
It's such a weird lesson for Sonic the Hedgehog to have to teach you.
And
Well, it doesn't
it's like I
really.
kind of get it
It doesn't
I
because
really
get
Sonic
it.
go
always
into
has
it.
that like balls
I-
to
I-
the walls mentality, you know.
I get it. It makes sense.
Well, so living life to your fullest, sure. It's just strange that that comes with you only got so much time, kid.
Yeah, and then Sonic rushes at you and breaks your legs.
God.
And the fact that it's coming from Mister, we'll keep making games until the sun blows up.
Well, okay, but I mean,
Good or bad.
the company policy is often just disparate from the game's messaging.
True.
I know, it's just I'm imagining fucking Eiichiro Oda or something coming up and be like, "Hey kid, don't make your manga too long." But yeah, I don't know. And it's not it's not like they locked Relata up or anything. It's like she learned her lesson. Goodbye.
Yeah, she's left.
we- Don't we just not see her after this? Like once the knights show up and we start talking about other stuff, she just doesn't matter.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think she's in the cutscene after this.
She may not be.
Yeah, but the knights do indeed show up, and they're like, "What do we do? Arthur wasn't real, so we don't have a knights gang anymore."
Knights gang.
Night Gang.
But Caliburn is like, "Actually, I decide who Arthur is." And turns out that Sonic is the true heir to the throne of England, I guess.
I fucking knew it.
Sonic is
I
British.
fucking knew it. He's this universe's Arthur.
Yeah.
Well, so
How
after
does that make you feel?
Okay, I'll the way Secret Rings handled that, saying, "Oh, this universe's version of Sonic was Aladdin," makes a lot more sense than just saying, "No, Sonic is fucking Arthur."
Yeah, because well, wait a minute. What if there was a Sonic that was Arthur and then they just died or something?
That
So-
was
and
my
that's why the
original
fake Arthur.
theory.
So
That was my original running theory, but I don't think that's the case.
So hold on. Here's the thing: is in Secret Rings, they mention like Aladdin and the genies or whatever, but they are playing out the story of Aladdin and the genies, and Sonic is taking Aladdin's role.
No,
In this
yes,
case, King
but
Arthur-
the game also stated in Secret Rings that or implied at least that their version of Sonic is Aladdin.
I don't think that's
I don't
true.
think
I think
the game
that
ever did that,
The
especially when
game
they're
never
showing.
says it, but
I think-
I
I
got the
think
distinct
the-
impression.
I think that the story of Secret Rings is the story of Aladdin as interpreted
Yes, it
through this
is.
universe. But here's the thing: that's not what Black Knight is, because
No, Black Knight is post-Arthurian legend, realistically.
Exactly. Sonic is the fucking Grim Reaper of this game.
Yeah. Yeah, Sonic is the one destroying Avalon.
Yeah, because Secret Rings is a Sonic version of the Aladdin story.
Yes.
This is Sonic
a-
intruding on a non-Sonic version of the Arthurian story that is a Sonic version.
Which
that makes
then
sense.
which makes it make less sense to me that the three knights are Sonic characters. Just make them humans.
Yeah,
Or
because
make them all
that's
Sonic characters. I don't know.
that's
That
the
would
strange
be-
thing is that
yeah.
when Merlina
one or
talks
the
about how all
other.
this world will end and all that, she talks about how the rift between Gawain and Lancelot will deepen, and Mordred will kill Arthur. But I don't know how the fucking Shadow Man Arthur can have a Mordred.
Well,
and
that's okay.
There's literally
I
no
will,
interaction between Shadow and Knuckles in this game. And I
I
guess
will mention. I
like
will
is
say this.
Sonic the one who will have the Mordred?
So okay, technically, Mordred is not always Arthur's son.
Okay.
Originally, Mordred was not Arthur's son.
I'm pretty
that-
sure Merlina calls him his son.
Did he?
Yes,
Or
in this
she?
version,
Did she? I didn't catch
yes,
that.
yes.
Okay. Well, in that case,
He
then that makes
specifies-
that means Arthur must have existed at some point, or Merlin gave Shadow Man a penis,
Or Sonic will have a
So-
son.
or
Ugh.
Sonic.
No.
It's
Do not
Manic from
make
the
that
Archie
man.
comics.
Oh
Oh
my god!
my gosh.
God.
It's all coming back
So-
together.
Kind of going back to what we said earlier, so I was like, I'm kind of thinking it over, my interpretation is that Merlina saw the future using like wizard nonsense or whatever, right? So she saw all of that going down, decided that's how the story ends. I don't want this to end though. So we got to kill Arthur?
So maybe
And
she
then the
thought that
story
that
will
was
continue.
like a
I don't know.
guarantee, but fate is actually not fucking real. So she did that,
Fate
and then her
is
and Sonic
a
both
ball of
ended up
putty.
changing it. So like because Arthur wasn't real, that's why there won't be a Mordred to kill him. I don't know.
I guess I don't know. There's a lot of things in this
Or
game that
because
now that I'm
Sonic
like,
because Sonic killed Arthur, I guess.
yeah, Sonic killed himself. Thumbs up.
No, that's
No,
whatever.
he did not. But
no, hold on.
so I'm also thinking like, okay, so Caliburn chooses like has the will to pick whoever is the next heir of the throne or whatever.
It's like
That
the Master Sword.
doesn't really, I guess,
Actually, no, the Master
imply
Sword doesn't
Sonic
do that.
is Arthur. It's just that's what the knights thought, maybe. But it's just simply the sword's like, yeah, you're worthy.
No,
Yeah.
but if it's the case that the sword names Arthur, then that means he's Arthur because that's the definition by definition.
Is Arthur a
Yeah, but
title?
not just
It
not
honestly
the
feels like it might
Arthur
be,
that
yeah.
we're thinking of.
Oh, so it's like James Bond.
Oh, dearie me. You know, last night we were talking about and kind of making fun of Fate Stay Night for its butchering of Arthurian legend, in
Black
which
Knight doesn't do any better. I
in
thought
which
Black Knight
Arthur and
adapted it
his son
better.
are both women, and there's no there's no father involved in that stereo. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, my head
that's
hurts.
all whatever. We're making a big deal about this game whose story is clearly just an obligation in a
And
lot of ways.
honestly, like we could go on tossing ideas between each other on how to interpret the story.
Yeah, let's
None of us
not.
are probably going to be right.
Yeah. Let's just
Yeah.
roll credits. This is where the game ends a little bit. We get to hear Live Life, which is a weird, slow and sentimental Crush 40 song, which I'm not used to.
Yeah, I listened to a little bit of it here. I listened to it again on Spotify. It's an odd song.
It's not
Yeah.
bad
It's like
exactly. It's just
No.
I don't know.
it's really slow power metal. I don't know how
Yeah.
else to explain it. Because it's not like Dragon Force where, you got like
Well, that's
30
also
guitars going
interesting.
on at once, but
Well,
it
it's also
still
interesting
has
because
that
Crush 40
vocal.
isn't even power metal normally. Crush 40 is dad rock.
Dad rock and like butt rock, yeah. But
Dad
yeah,
rock
this
slash
one is
butt
just
rock.
like
Those tend to be basically the same thing.
And
nowadays,
the
yes.
fact that this is still
Especially
using the Night of the
nowadays,
Wind motif is also really funny. We gave that song a sequel.
So good it required a second one.
But hey, we have a pretty great post-credits scene where Sonic does...
Oh, I knew I missed the post-credit scene because I didn't watch the full credits. I closed my emulator.
You bastard.
I knew that. Okay, but I remembered Kayla mentioning something. I was like, I didn't see that cutscene.
Okay, well, Sonic does eventually get home from this latest book journey. I don't know if he stuck around like he did in Secret Rings. I think maybe not. I don't know. But it's hilarious that we learned that this is what he was doing, blowing off his date with Amy that got set up in Sonic Unleashed, if any of us had actually done that much.
They heard me in the future saying, wow, they actually did a good version of Amy. And they're like, oh, must correct that. Must put in normal Amy as well.
Look, it's not Sonic's fault.
That's the thing, is that she treats it as his fault.
I know. I know. Kayla's told me that that's what happens previously, and that's really annoying.
Well, she does think that he's just making it the fuck up, which it does sound made the fuck up.
Oh, it does, but we know it isn't, so yeah.
But imagine you go up to your partner and you're like, I'm sorry I missed our date. I got sucked into the world of King Arthur.
Okay,
and
yeah, Kayla, if I walked up
stuff.
to you, I came up to you at work 2 days after we were supposed to have a date, and I said, by the way, I didn't show up because I had to escort a monk to India with a monkey. Would you believe me?
No.
Okay, hang on a minute. But
well, actually, I think if you said the King Arthurian story, I would be like, no, get out of here. If you use Journey to the West, that's, I mean, far-fetched, but still somewhat realistic, because it's like, okay, yeah.
Journey to the West is not fucking realistic. Fuck you.
I want to hear what Lauren has to say.
Yeah, let's let Lauren talk.
Depending on what games are canon, Amy's seen some pretty weird stuff.
Yeah,
mean,
that
the
was
most
so.
the most
So
out there thing I can think of is when she got teleported to like Dream World and like Sonic Shuffle. That's somewhat akin to this.
yeah, well, and so Secret Ring, this is all canon. Here's the thing: I'm thinking Secret Ring Sonic got sucked into a book. He may not have told anybody about that, or if he did, maybe they didn't believe them. Just like with this, not that Sonic is notable for making shit up all the time, but I'm
No.
realizing that maybe if it is like that, years later. We get to Cross Worlds, which has Dino Jungle in it, and they get there, and
Oh
Sonic's
my
like,
God.
"See, I
This sounds
told
like,
you."
see, this actually happened.
No, we just need
Okay.
like a Sonic and the Black Knight map so he can be like,
Yeah,
look,
give us
guys.
Avalon
Yeah.
Okay, also
or Camelot.
Sonic could actually prove this though, because all he would have to do is say, "Hey, Amy, do you have a copy, like a written copy
Yeah,
of
do you have a
the?"
copy of Arthurian Legend?
Yes, and then she'd like, "Oh yeah, okay, I guess I do because I don't know." And then she picks it up. It's like, "Wait a minute, why does it have your name on it all of a sudden?" Yeah, all the copies in the entire world do
It's not
because I
Arthurian
literally
Legend
changed the
anymore.
story.
It's Sonic, whatever.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's also that Amy internally knows that the idea of Sonic actually agreeing to go on a date with her is so unbelievable that there has to be an explanation that he would just not do it.
Yeah, all that work and Unleashed to get them set up on a date
Or,
just for him to blunder it.
or
SMH.
that being said, all that being said, we experience these games through Sonic's perspective. Maybe he really is picking it up.
Yeah, maybe he just bullshit everything because he just didn't want to go on a date.
If it weren't for Cross Worlds, maybe,
God.
maybe even Secret Rings is
Okay, well, Secret Rings is canon, but I guess we don't know if Black Knight actually happened.
No, I mean it's all real, but
Of course.
all right. So that is
Holy
Sonic and the Black
boy.
Knight, and that is our Dark Age games coverage. I generally still like this game. Okay, it's not amazing.
Yeah, I think generally I still enjoy this game, but that final boss I did not enjoy, and its plot falling apart in the last third was just funny.
My brain hurts.
It's not a bad game. I don't hate it. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird to put a sword in Sonic's hand.
Oh, the
Like
swords
it
are-
it it
they're always so
largely
cool.
plays like a normal Sonic game, but then whenever you want to attack something, you're swinging a sword now. And so I guess it doesn't make a big difference, but it's
I
I don't know. I
I
can't
guess
get past that weird factor.
it would have been
This
cooler if
doesn't
they'd like
feel
integrated
natural.
Sonic's normal movement with the sword, like the homing attack had sword slashes or something.
That would be sick.
Yeah, I mean,
So the sword aspect is odd, but swords are cool. So
Frontiers is I wouldn't call it an amazing combat system, but it feels the most natural in terms of
yeah,
integrating regular Sonic gameplay and
sure.
more fighty stuff.
Well, yeah, because Sonic attacks the way. I mean, I feel like he would just attack normally, or he attacks in that game the way Sonic should attack. He uses a lot of kicks and spin attacks.
Well, and importantly, it all flows in and out of
Yeah.
your spin dash and your boost and your
So
homing attack.
yeah,
So if this game had done something more like that, I think it would have felt a little better.
yeah, the sword feels a little tacked on, but swords are cool, so I don't care.
It's not so jank that I'm hating life while playing, and I think that in terms of, doing the Secret Rings thing, if I so wish that, if you combine this game and Secret Rings, you have a really, really great, just like, roller coaster Sonic experience,
Yeah, so I think that's my main thesis from this game because I enjoyed this game. This game makes me disappointed that they didn't try a storybook game with this kind of controls for a third time because I think they could have really nailed it with a third game.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
Yeah. It generally works when it's not trying to be
Yeah.
hard, at least.
Sure, yeah. When it starts
Uh,
trying to be difficult, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I would say like if you try to look at all the Sonic games that are like the gimmick Sonic games, they're like we just did Sonic to
Right.
change this one thing. It didn't go so badly this time. It kind
Yeah,
of was
it's
fine.
it's on the upper end of the tier list for
For
like gimmick games.
For the last game we cover in the Dark Age era, I think it's good that it was this one. And
I'm
honestly,
glad we ended off with a game that was actually enjoyable.
I
Yeah.
am interested to see what the ranking of games looks like for the Dark Age when we get to that video down the line.
Yeah.
Because it's possible that this one might be the best.
It might be the game I enjoyed the most this era, honestly.
I mean, I guess Lauren
I
will put
can't-
Chronicles at the top, but
I don't remember how we did that. Didn't we have to like all come to an agreement though? So
it was an agreement.
I'll have to talk it up, but then you two will shoot me down. So
we're gonna do a
it'll
free
let me
form, you know, just whatever.
It
It's
would.
not.
Admittedly, I don't think it would be that high for me, but Chronicles might be higher than I would expect for myself. So
I'm
Gonna
gonna be
say
gassing up
maybe-
Rush Adventure at that time. So
yeah,
Could only do like
we'll each be gassing up our own games.
Rush Adventure doesn't even feel like a Dark Age game. I forgot that was in the Dark Age. Apparently,
Rush Adventure felt like
That's 'cause it's a
stabbing my
sequel
eyes
to a
with
good game.
closing pins.
all right, well, for whatever that's worth, that is where we are done for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed our Dark Age coverage. I feel like we got madder at these games, which is probably pretty fitting.
Probably.
But I hope you enjoyed this video. We're gonna be done for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope if you like this video, please feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, criticism, or feedback, you can reach us at any of the links in the link tree in the description. And next time on Deep Dive Zone, we will be jumping into comic books, but not just any comic books. Sonic X comic books that exist for some reason. They ran for like 40 issues.
Wow,
So
I forgot it was that long.
a lot
That's-
more than I thought there was gonna be.
it's 8
Wow.
parts, yeah.
God damn.
But with all that said, that is where we're going to be done. We will see you next week for another exciting episode. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you have a great rest of your night. And take care.